to this channel where we spread love and positive vibes. Thank you so much to the new subscribers and the returning subscribers. I don't take you for granted, guys. I really appreciate. And today we have another burger. We are going to enjoy a unique day, a great moment, great sharing of love between the Jamaican people and the Haitian people. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it well. Haitian. Is it Haitian or Haitian people? People from Haiti. It was an epic moment to see the Jamaicans and the Haitians coming together to celebrate love. It was a big, big day, and I could not imagine, guys, that this was a wedding and the Jamaican flags and the Haitian flags were flying high and the dance moves were epic. I really enjoyed watching this video, and it made me go deeper to find out how these two people, the Jamaican people and the Haitian people, actually go about planning the wedding and even the wedding day. And you cannot imagine what I found out. Very, very unique things that I never imagined they existed. First of all, I came across that the Haitian wedding is actually influenced a lot by the African way and the French way, because Haiti people were colonized by the French people. And of course it has a touch of the Europe, because most people have interacted in the Caribbean, most people have interacted with almost every people from all the corners of the earth. And therefore it is actually a blend wedding, a cocktail wedding, consisting some African traditions, some French, and a bit of the Europe. And first of all, before I go to the Haitian tradition wedding and what is incorporated into the wedding, then I go to Jamaican traditional wedding and what is incorporated. Let us have a look at this great epic moment of unity, of sharing love, of sharing togetherness, of sharing oneness between Jamaica and Haiti. Enjoyed the great moment between these two people that are actually separated by just a border between Jamaica and Haiti. And I love the way the Caribbeans treat each other with respect and with love, and they share their great moments together. Haiti shares a great history with Jamaica, because we have all read that there is a Jamaican who actually participated a lot to Haitians attaining independence. And we have seen Jamaica actually getting involved in the peace of Haiti, very, very much involved, like a concerned sister or a brother. And therefore, this was a great moment to see these two nations coming together and actually united by the bond of love, and they become one nation, one people, one family. It was a great moment, and it made me to actually go deeper and find out how does the traditions Haitian wedding look like. And I found that they first hold a pre-wedding, which includes a lot of partying, and I saw a lot of similarity between Haiti and Jamaica, because we all know Jamaica loves partying. Parties are the in thing in the traditions of the Jamaican people. And I also saw that in Haiti, pre-weddings include parties, word of mouth invites. In other words, the bridegroom and the bride and maybe the parents invite people by actually using the word of mouth. This was a bit amazing to me, because in Kenya here, we invite people using cards. And therefore, the word of mouth is actually used in Haiti, and also, there is also the invite maybe using the cards, because people have really grown into becoming westernized. And therefore, the word of mouth is very, very important in the invitation to these pre-weddings. The other thing that I noted, which is actually very, very similar to Africa, especially my tribe, the family of the groom caters for almost everything. In other words, in terms of finances, that is going to be used during the pre-wedding and wedding. And this is very, very like Africa. In Africa, we believe that the groom should provide almost everything in the preparation of the wedding and even during the wedding day, as a sign of that he can be able to provide. And I saw the same explanation applies in Haiti. The man proves that he can provide by actually catering for everything. In Africa, by the way, the parents to the bride are bought clothes by the groom's parents or the groom's side, and the food that is going to be used in the wedding is catered by the groom, and everything, actually completely everything. The family of the bride only caters for a bed, because you must, according to us, you must actually take the bed where the bride was sleeping to where she's going, and therefore a bed is bought, and it is actually bought a mattress and the beddings, and the mother to the bride actually gives that during the wedding. So I saw a lot of similarity in Haitian tradition wedding and even Jamaica, because I've come to the traditions that are practiced in Jamaica during the wedding. The other thing that I noted, they love bright colors, and they are the ones that are worn during the wedding. Actually, this is very, very common even in Africa, because the bright colors are used a lot during the wedding, and the bride wears white. Even here we wear white. And sometimes in Haiti, it is decorated with embroidery, and it applies even here in Africa, especially the weddings I've gone in Kenya. The bride can wear white, but it has some embroidery to decorate it, just like what I found in Haiti. They also, I realized that when the bride is coming down the aisle, you come dancing. There is the dance, the music that is played, and the bride sings to the tune of that music. And the bride in Africa is escorted by the bride, the parents, the mother and the father. I don't know who does that in Haiti, but I saw that in Jamaica, the bride is escorted by the parents, the bride, mother, and the father. But in Haiti, I didn't come across who escorts the bride, because we know in the Western traditions, it is the father that escorts the bride. And therefore, there is the three-step dance of the bride, and this three-step dance down the ISO is actually practiced using the traditions Haitian music and maybe the Christian Haitian songs if the bride are very, very much inclined to the church. And actually in Africa, it happens that way. But in most African families, the Christian music is mostly played because most of the people in Africa are Christians. And I also saw the same thing in Haiti. Most of the people are Christians, and therefore most of the weddings are done according to the Christian way. Now, let us come to the reception, because I saw so many people commenting in this wedding we have just experienced in the video. People were actually saying, I wish I was there because of the food. A combination of Haiti and Jamaica, the food is epic. We are going to see the food the Haitians use during the wedding and the food the Jamaicans use during the wedding. And because this was a combination of the two traditions, there was a lot of food and people were actually commenting in the comment section. Maybe I can actually highlight some of the comments that people commented during this wedding. Maybe you can make the phone come nearer me so that I'm just talking to my director here so that I can be able to actually pray or read some of the comments that people were commenting in that video. Very, very nice comments. Let us read some of the comments because people were really enjoying the combination of Haitian and Jamaican traditional wedding. It was epic, it was good, it was enjoyable. I loved it. I loved it. Yeah. Let us read at the comment section and see what people are saying about this great wedding between these two groups that have come together to share love, to share joy, to share positivity, to share happiness, and it really made people to laugh. This one is written, you saw something numbers there, and he's saying the two best foods in the Caribbean. Yadi say sha. He's saying the food from Haiti and the food from Jamaica are epic, and therefore he's desiring to be present in this wedding to actually have a bite of the foods of the two countries. And this one is called Nat Nick. And he's saying, I know the food and music was the best at that wedding. We all know Jamaicans are iconic in food and music, and Haitians are too iconic in food and music, and the combination of the two was great, was marvelous. And this one is called Joshua, and he's saying, no, that party ran for hours and the food was on point. Actually, I'm going to show you that the wedding parties of Haitians and Jamaicans ran the whole night. By the way, in Africa, after 6, the people go back to their homes and the bride and the groom proceed to the honeymoon, and the celebrations end there. But I was shocked to learn in Jamaica and Haiti, the wedding celebrations continue until the following day. This was actually epic to me. The other one is saying, love the unity, that he loves the unity between Haiti and Jamaica. And this one is called Dioni, and Dioni is saying, nice mix, enough history, congratulations. And this one is saying, I just know that party and food was great. The food and the party between Haitians and Jamaicans is epic. And this one is actually desiring to be there. This one is saying, I love this. As a Jamaican, couldn't more proud respect. There are so many comments. And this one is saying, beautiful. I know the food was hitting. Everybody is just praising the food of Haiti and Jamaica. This one, Anne, is saying, love it. I saw it fight go between the two of us. Pure love. This is a Jamaican speaking patois. And there were so many comments in the comment section. This one is saying, this is my world. I know the food and music was top notch. In other words, people are just praising the food and the music between these two weddings of a Jamaican and Haitian. So we have seen in the reception, there is a lot of celebrations and they go on the whole night and even the following day. And you're going to see that in Jamaica, the same thing happens. Traditional music is played and also Christian music if the couple is Christian. And I came to realize there is a type of music that is played that is called compe. Compe music is played a lot in Haiti during the weddings. And we are going to see the type of food eaten during the weddings in Haiti is black rice. And I saw some people saying about this rice, it is epic, it is delicious, and people are actually missing to actually have a taste of this Haitian food. There is also seafood, there is also fried foods that are served, and there is also cake. So we will see a lot of similarity between these foods and the Jamaican food when it comes to the cake. So Haitians have rice, and actually in Africa, rice is very common in the weddings. And there is also the seafood. Seafood is not common in Africa, and therefore we don't usually serve seafood, but we serve chicken and beef. And I saw something like that in Jamaica. Without further ado, let us come to Jamaican wedding. In Jamaica, the weddings are vibrant. Celebrations incorporating music, incorporating food, incorporating traditions, and so on. It is a day that Jamaicans long to have. And you're going to see that there are so many things that happen during the weddings of Jamaican people. The traditions and family come together and share a lot of food, a lot of heartfelt toasts. And we are going to see the key elements in a Jamaican wedding. The key elements are one, music and dance. This is the day to celebrate, the day to enjoy, the day to show the Jamaican energy when it comes to music. There is also food. Food is another key, and the food that is eaten during the Jamaican's wedding is carrot, goat, jack, chicken, ram, cake. Yeah, those are the most common foods in the Jamaican's wedding. And the wedding is involves prayers, readings, blessings. And I also saw in Haiti, the same thing happens. Prayers, readings, blessings, and even here in Kenya, the same thing happens. There is a lot of church readings, prayers, and blessings from the two sides of the parents. Then there is this something I saw in Jamaica that was epic, that is being called unity coins. And it is said it's a common Caribbean traditions involving the exchange of arras. They are calling them arras. I don't know what arras are. By the way, in Kikuyu we don't have the difference between R and L. The arras I'm talking about is A-R-R-A-S. Kindly, the Jamaicans in the house, you can tell us what is arras and what does it involve? Because according to what I've seen, it is unity coins. Is there celebration of coins, or how is it done? Because I've never heard of it and I've never seen it. So kindly explain to us how this is done. The other key point or key element is the veil and cord. The Jamaicans in the house are going to tell us how these things are done. Veil and cord. By the way, I've talked about the unity coins, and it is said it symbolizes financial responsibility and mutual support. Kindly, Jamaicans in the house, tell us how these unity coins is done. Then there is the veil and the cord ceremony. This is a very important ceremony or traditions for a Jamaican. But I don't know how it is done. The Jamaicans in the house can tell us. Now let us come to the reception. The reception continues the whole night with the guests dancing, drinking until sunrise. It means that this is something that continues up to the following day, and we have seen even Haiti, that is what happens. The wedding flavors, extras. There is the lamb. We know Jamaica, they have the best lamb in the world, and these lamb bottles are served during the wedding, and they make the occasion very special. There is also the Blue Mountain coffee that is served during these weddings. Then there is something I saw that is called a toast. Family and friends are encouraged to share their warm wishes in true Jamaican fashion. I don't know which wishes are shared during this toast. With laughter, love, and a touch of Iran flair. I would want to attend a Jamaican wedding because there's so much that is done, and I've never seen it in Africa. Like this toast where the family and friends are encouraged to share their warm wishes in true Jamaican fashion with laughter, love, and a touch of Iran flair. I don't know how this is done. Then the wedding in Jamaica can only happen between 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. After that, it is actually illegal. And that one I've never had, although I've never experienced a wedding that goes up to 8 p.m. here in Kenya, but I hear that is the time limit for a wedding in Jamaica. However, Jamaicans have superstitions during the weddings. Like I saw, this one was very unique, that the bride should not wear a ring. Like for example, here in Kenya, we have what we call the engagement ring. In Jamaica, you cannot wear a ring before the wedding because it's a bad omen, according to them. You are supposed to wear the ring after you are joined by the pastor or the person officiating the wedding. And the other thing that I noted, both parents walk the bride down the aisle, which happens even here in Africa. The other thing I saw is that no black clothes are worn in the Jamaicans' weddings. Here in Kenya, actually we had a wedding the other day, and the bride what do we call them? The bridesmaids, the maids were in black clothes. So in Jamaica, you should not wear black clothes because they are associated with mourning, funerals, and a sign of bad luck. And for sure, the black clothes are worn mostly during the funerals, but here in Kenya, there is no that superstitions. It was a great day to see a combination of Haitian and Jamaican wedding, and I really enjoyed until I was forced to investigate further how these weddings are done. Actually, I've seen several Jamaican weddings and I really enjoyed them. Guys, that is all we have for today. Thanks once again for watching us. See you during the next video. Bye-bye, and support us by subscribing, liking the video. Please like the video if you're watching us, and also comment down below. Cheers and God bless.